County administrations across the country are implementing a raft of measures to curb the spread of the coronavirus. The latest measure by Laikipia Governor is the imposition of a ban on the sale and transportation of miraa across the county.
The basic point is to check your temperature. If you have an unusually high temperature, then of course you are an immediate case for attention to see what is causing that temperature. We are doing so to try and minimize.
Separately, in Migori County, the Nurses Union Migori chapter is threatening to have nurses down their tools. The nurses are decrying the lack of proper protective gear in the wake of the outbreak of the deadly Covid-19.
I've not been told, I've not been provided with the equipment and even the terms of services on how they are going to work in the isolation center.
Meanwhile, Nyanza Regional Commissioner James Kianda has asked individuals who arrived into the country recently to present themselves to the Ministry of Health for testing. Kianda warned those who disobeyed the self-quarantine directive risk forceful quarantine at their own cost and prosecution.
They know themselves, and what we have indicated is if you do not voluntarily come out, then somehow we are going to use our systems and our intelligence. We will get you and we will make sure that you are forced to quarantine.
While in Nyandarua County, at least 14 people who jetted back into the country are under quarantine. Nyandarua Governor Francis Kamiya says they have increased surveillance.
They have 8 in JM Hospital, 8 in North Kinangop Hospital, 8 in Engineer Hospital. In Demi we have 20. And as I said, this county has already allocated 10 million shillings to support this cause.
Elsewhere, security officers along the Kenya-Tanzania border have been tasked with escorting trucks importing goods into the country. The move is aimed at facilitating the directive by government restricting the movement of people in and out of the country in a bid to contain the deadly coronavirus.
Na watu wote kwa ujumla tuko katika janga hili la corona. So katika kukwepa, magari mengi ya abiria hayaruhusiwi lakini ya mizigo zinaruhusiwa. Ndio maana unakuta magari mengi yana watu wawili, watatu ama mtu mmoja peke yake.
And the Kenya Ferry Services has directed all commuters to ensure they have face masks or use handkerchiefs to cover their mouths or noses before boarding the ferries. KFS Managing Director Bakari Goa says the directive takes effect from Wednesday.
I also urge Kenyans as much as possible to stay at home and be safe at home, especially those who have flu. We urge them to seek medical attention in the respective residence they are in.
And in Kirinyaga, 3 people are under quarantine after returning to the country. The trio were forcefully quarantined after being spotted mingling with the public in contravention of self-quarantine directives. This comes as the Moya Member of Parliament urged traders to deposit money in the bank daily for it to be fumigated. And lastly, Nairobi Matatu operators plying Utawala Road continued with fumigation of buses. This comes amid calls for government to provide incentives to cushion them from the current reduction in business. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Jackie Wambiru.